Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? Stay. You guys like my glasses? This is my underclothes from work. I have worked a very long week already, and I am exhausted. My ankle is killing me. It's like the tendon in here, it's all swollen. Ow. Maybe I'll take a bath later. That's what I need. I have some Epsom salt. Any of you guys use Epsom salt? Or how about Himalayan salt? It's really good. Yeah, it definitely soothes the aching body, and it also purifies the energy. Sea salt, Dead Sea salt, Himalayan salt, Epsom salt. Remember those salts. Those are very good for the body. I guess we'll just have a moment of silence for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Yeah. This month has already gone by real fast. Lots happened. I moved. You guys like my paintings? I did all of them, and they fit perfectly on my walls, like they were meant to be there. I love my paintings because I put love into them. You know? This middle piece right here, I made for someone, and I wound up getting it regifted back. So it fits perfect. It's a beautiful piece. It's called Warrior Dragon, because that's what it is. There's wings that go with it. Just so happened I had 2 canvases left over, and I made them separately. I actually have a YouTube video of making this canvas, actually, on YouTube. So I had 2 extra canvases, and I used the leftover paint, and I smashed it around, and I fiddled with it. And after they dried, I laid it down, and I was looking at it, and I saw the dragon. And then on the side, it had its wings. It came out to the side. I didn't put them up here. But yeah, Warrior Dragon. Thing is the dragon has no wings. It's missing its wings. Pretty sad, huh? Now that I think about it, why don't I look up and see what comes up about Warrior Dragon? Dragons have been following me around forever, at least the last few years. One day I saw a rainbow dragon. It was actually during a dust storm. Let's see. Dogma. Warrior Dragon's Dogma. Warrior is an advanced vocation in Dragon's Dogma. Their offensive, focused, melee vocation. Their primary and only weapons are two-handed. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. Alright, let's see what else comes up. So I'm going to be working the rest of tomorrow and Friday. I decided to take myself to the Renaissance Festival on Saturday because I can, and because it's been years since I've been, and I love it. I go there for my incense and the turkey legs. Yeah, they have the best incense. They're oil-based. You can watch them make them right there. Oh, these kind of look like my tarot cards. What is a warrior dragon? Term for a dragon-associated character of great power. Dragon Warrior. In North America until 2005 is a franchise of Japanese role-playing video games created by Yuji Horii. The games are published by Square Enix, formerly Enix, with localized remakes of ports, later installments for the Nintendo DS, and so on. With its first game published in 1986. There are 11 main series games, along with numerous spin-offs. In addition, there have been numerous manga, anime, and novels published. Wow. Enough of that. So, yeah, I wanted to show you something. This is something that I did on Valentine's night. I was a bit upset, but yeah, you know what it is? It's like a little hideaway. There is a little room right here with a doorway. There's boulders here and there's more rock formations, but it's like a hideaway. Do you ever feel like going and finding a hideaway? I do. Of course, it's in the forest, right? Gotta have nature. I'm not done with it. This was just me being upset one night. But I'm seeing a lot more. I just have to detail it. I started this with a thicker acrylic paint, but I am going to detail it. I don't have the patience to paint with my fingers, but I love to color with markers. This one too. I'm sure it's getting darker in here, so you might not be able to see it. Let me see if I can turn on some light. Oh, that's all the light you're gonna get. Yeah, it's cold. It's supposed to be, it's like 52 degrees outside right now. And at least there's no snow on the ground. I'm grateful for that. But man, it's got a wind chill out there. Went from being nice and warm this morning to cold. Anyhow, I don't know if you can see it or not. Up here in the corner, I'm seeing some detail that I'm going to sketch out. That's why you saw me with my pencil. Now, if I show you guys how I do this, I'm seeing the image. Yeah, there it is. So what I'll do is I will sketch out what I see here in the canvas. And it's so wicked to see exactly what connects. It's like connect the dots. It is. I am seeing like some kind of horse, dog, something. There's someone riding something. Carrying something. Really, guys, I just wanted to say hi to you guys and let you know I'm okay. It's going through some stuff like everybody else, you know. A lot of mental stuff. Stuff up in my head. So funny how our mind plays tricks on us. And instincts don't lie. But then, how do you know what's real? You're told one thing, you believe it to be true, you fight for it. And in the end find out that it was never real to begin with. Doesn't make sense. Just boggles my mind how things work like that. I mean, I know I'm not crazy for, you know, how do I word it? See what I mean? You get boggled with thoughts sometimes. Now mind you guys, I've had some issues with going on with my brain and my body for, gosh, it's 2015. Since my first, official assault, December 30th of 2014. I had edema of the throat. I already had damage to my neck done. It made worse because of it. It was strangulation. And so it did a lot of damage. And I've been fighting it ever since. As you can tell with my voice, it gets raspy, it gets rough. And I'm always clearing my throat and everything. So that's why. I need another surgery from what they said, but I'm not going to do it right now. I don't trust any of these doctors out there. It's been a long time since I've talked about my health, you know. But the thought processes, I'm telling you, it can get someone. It can kill you or it can heal you. Really. Your thoughts can kill you or heal you. Sometimes we get so low in our thoughts that we want to commit suicide. I've seen people do it. I've heard people say it. You know, it's usually the quiet ones. The quiet ones you worry about. Every friend of mine that I ever had that ever committed suicide, they were just normal, happy-go-along people that you talk to, once in a while or whatever it was. But they were the ones that always had that fake smile on their face and acted like everything was fine. Those are the ones that you worry about. And you don't even know that they're there because they're always smiling or something. You know? They're always smiling. My friend Colton, too. He was one of the first ones when I was younger. Probably in my early 20s. Colton. Up in Flagstaff. He opened up to me about his life and his burdens. That night he drove out into the woods, I guess. I found out later that he drove out in the woods and he shot himself in the head. Kindest soul you would ever meet. Another one that I became friends with in 2008. Chad. We were talking whenever we could at 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes because he worked nights, and he hung himself. I've gotten low like this before. You know, I have had a history of myself, living in the domestic violence, living in the home, the abuser, my abuser, the one with Jake and Sally. I remember one time I took every single pill I had, probably about 60 Vicodin, Percocets, whatever I had, and I took them all. And I said, Jake and Sally and Marissa and everybody can do fine without me. I took them. What can you say? By then it's too late. It doesn't matter what you think. You can give yourself a few minutes and you talk yourself out of it and you want to throw it up. Too late. Too late. All I remember is blacking out. When I came to, I was in my bed. Mike was standing over me, and and I said, how long have I been out? He said, 3 days. Instantly, my gut started churning. I started worrying about my kids and Marissa. It was just one of those moments that I got down. But the Lord woke me back up. I think I've had about 5 of those moments in my life. Not all suicide attempts. No, not at all. Accidents or, things like that too. But still. Going off a cliff on the back of a quad, making it down to the bottom like someone carried you to. That's another one. Crazy, dude. See what I mean? These thoughts. Well, I did a video and I was uploading it onto YouTube like 2 days ago, or like the day after Valentine's Day, and I decided to delete it because it didn't feel right at the time. And mainly it was just talking about our thought processes and how we replay things over and over again and how we get out of it. For me, I paint. I sing. I go to hear my friends play music at Rockabilly or the Hut or House of Bards or wherever else I want to go. Why? Again, because I can. Feels good to be a kid again. Then life throws you a lemon. What do? What are they saying? You make lemonade. The past is a funny way of creeping back around. Here I am, working along. 5 years later, I run into someone who is a part of, my past. We were both triggered. But it was from 5 years ago. And on top of it, you deal with the same stuff over that 5 years to heal through it and to get over it and to forgive and to let go, thinking that you did all these years until you see the person. And then you're like, wow. Thing is, it was totally different than what I thought, I just want to hug the person. I want to apologize, just hug and be fair. It worked out okay. The person wasn't around for very long enough to push the limit, I guess you can say. But it taught me a lesson. It taught me that showing compassion in the situation, no matter how hard it was, to see that person who played a big part in the past and what got me to where I am today. And I look at that and I say, I can look at that person and I can smile. Because everything I did wasn't fair at first. At least that's how some would see it. But it was just what I needed. I needed a kick in the ass. And I'll tell you what, the way things went down was not fair. But overall, I needed a swift kick in the ass. Get back on my feet, find myself again, to figure out where I was going with my life. That was then. This is now. And yet it keeps coming back around. I want you to stay aware, people. Everyone watching this. Just be aware of your thoughts, Don't keep repeating the same thoughts. Find someone to call. Someone that doesn't mind if you talk for an hour. about nothing. I mean, they could put the phone on speaker and set it down and listen. Create a buddy system. Buddy system. I did that once back in 2017 when 2 of my friends became suicidal. Went over to their houses and I cooked them food and I hung out with them until they felt better. Don't wait. Don't wait to call someone. Don't wait to tell them you love them. Don't hesitate to be a support for someone when they need it. If you cannot handle it, seek medical help. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you what to do. What I can tell you is that I've been there, done it. And I know when I say something, I back it up with experience. All these things that I've told you all lead up to the same conclusion, which is don't let it win. Don't let your mind win. Even if you have to be alone for a while to figure it out. Even if you have to be alone. I'm on this journey alone. I've got my art. I've got the art show. I've got the park. I've got volunteering, community cleanups I'm putting up together, and I'm working 5 days a week. I'm starting school in March, and I just got my internet. It'll be here Saturday. I can hook it up. And then I can go live for you guys. I can talk to you more. I can involve you in all of this stuff I'm learning in school. I'm going to leave you with something before I hang up here. And I hope and pray that whoever's still watching this is doing okay. None of my videos are ever supposed to make sense. But they do, in a sense, don't they? I'm going to leave you with something. Now, this book that I'm going to show you here by Kelly McGonigal, PhD, The Upside of Stress. Sorry, my nails are broken off. See, peace. Now, this is the first book that they ever gave me for this school when I tried to start back in 2019. It didn't work out at that time because I didn't have internet or whatever. So, this is why mindset interventions can be hard to grasp, okay? It's about all the mental challenges and how to change your mindset. I wanted to read you guys something. It says, to help cultivate this new mindset. Okay, now this is based on a study. Let's see if I can find it. USB during the 2008 economic collapse, the new intervention teaches participants the power of mindset and invites them to adopt a more positive view of stress. Allie Crum, whose first stress mindset interventions used biased videos to influence participants' beliefs about stress, thinks the ideal mindset intervention is less about manipulation and more about choice. Okay, it says, the first test of this open label mindset intervention took place at a Fortune 500 firm. Employees were invited to participate in stress management training, and 229 mostly middle-aged employees signed up. About half were randomly assigned to a 2-hour stress mindset intervention, while the others were put on a waiting list. So basically they gave them 3 tools to use to told them to try to look at stress in a positive way, which was, how did stress benefit you? They were also taught the 3-step process for practicing the new mindset whenever they felt stressed. The first step is to acknowledge stress when you experience it. Simply allow yourself to notice the stress, including how it affects your body. I have been fighting with that for a while. Okay, I acknowledge it. Okay, but the effect that it has on my body is the second step that I'm working on next, which is allowing myself to notice the stress. To say, this is stress. This is not fear. This is not running away from problems. This is not anything else. It's not anxiety. It's not real. Do you see what I mean? Like, it's a mindset. I'm working on that. Simply allowing myself, okay, to be relaxed. The second step is to welcome the stress by recognizing that it's a response to something you care about. You react because you care. I tell my kids all the time too, if I didn't say anything or I didn't get upset about something that they did that was serious or endangering themselves, man, like, I wouldn't care. That applies stress, right? Your family, your job. Think about it. Stress. There you go. That one hurts my heart. Let's see here. It's something that you care about. Can you connect to the positive motivation behind the stress? I'm doing the best I can by painting and coloring and listening to my body. Excuse me, I'm just like getting a little worked up here about stress. Wow. The third step is to make use of that energy that stress gives you. Instead of wasting that energy trying to manage your stress, do something about it. What can you do right now that reflects your goals and values? The employees were encouraged to remember this 3-step process when they experience stress and to try to practice it at least once a day. So there you go. I'm going to leave you with that. The upside to stress. If you guys want to read along, I might even start a book club because my school reads from this. And I'm taking what I've learned over the last 6 years, okay? Just combined over the last 6 years. And I'm building, helping the good people. I'm building my legacy. But I'm doing it through school and learning. So stay with me, guys, and I hope that you're enjoying the videos. I really do. Give me a like, subscribe, and share if you wish. My name is Amber Johnson here in Tucson, Arizona. Stay tuned.